just finished a very short session on the House floor, and now I'm getting ready to go back to the State Office building to continue having bills heard, meeting with constituents. But today is the day after the great celebration that we had here at the Capitol, when folks from Rochester come to the Capitol in large numbers to advocate for the things that are meaningful to our community. Yesterday we had hundreds of Rochesterites here in the halls, a rally in the rotunda, visits to our office, and then a wonderful celebration just down the street at the St. Paul College, where my colleagues, where lobbyists, where others came to learn a little bit more about Rochester. And I think it went over very, very well. And that the message from the folks in Rochester about our bonding projects and our city's needs were heard. And that is, of course, the purpose of Rochester on Tour. Today I have 2 bill hearings, and that will be followed tomorrow by 4 or 5 more bills being heard. And at the end of the week, we'll wrap up with another few bills being heard on Friday. So it's just one of those very hectic weeks as we near the deadlines in which all policy bills need to be through all the policy committees in order to be included in this year's omnibus bills. One of the bills that was heard today was first thing in the morning, and that was the location equity bill for Rochester Public Schools. It would be very helpful to us, and I was very fortunate to have Superintendent Munoz come to the hearing table with me and make the case for why Rochester should be included as a city of the first class. It was laid over for possible inclusion, and we'll just have to wait and see whether that will be included in the ultimate bill that comes out of that committee. They have a small amount of money and a lot of needs, but I think we did a really good job of making the case for Rochester. We do still have one more week, but of course those omnibus bills take time, and all the chairs want all the bills, individual bills, heard by this Friday in order to prepare their bills by the following Friday. So a lot of work being done this week. One of the other important things we did at the end of last week is pass the tax conformity bill off the House floor. That bill will allow most citizens in Rochester to get some tax credits, and it will also help businesses because we repealed some of those business-to-business taxes you've heard so much about. The House lost that position last year in conference committee, and so the House has once again passed a very important tax bill that will benefit you off the House floor. We now await the Senate, of course, and then that bill has to go to the governor for his signature. If you have not filed taxes yet, you might want to wait just another week or two and see if we can get this job done, or you can always file an amended return after the fact. Whatever works for you will be allowed by law. I think since I spoke to you last time, the governor's budget has been released, and we're seeing certainly the governor positioning for a very strong bonding bill, and then some of that surplus, of course, being put in the reserve, as he's mentioned before, and then a little bit of money for some special projects or bills that he is supportive of. School lunches is one, and also another bill he's been very vocal about in support is the 5% campaign, and I think he put 4%. While the ask was 5%, he found funding to do 4% for those long-term care workers who have been waiting for a much-needed increase, and to make them in parity with what we did last year for nursing homes. So those were some of the important things that came out of the governor's budget, and we're carrying those very same bills through the House and Senate right now, and I think at the end you'll see the governor get most of what he wants, and of course the House and Senate will negotiate for a little bit more of their individual bills to be included. So a lot of work yet to do, third week of session, making a lot of progress for you and for the other folks in Minnesota. I welcome your emails and your phone calls, and until next time.